After this video, you're gonna be able to stain like a pro. You're gonna be able to stain furniture, cabinets, coffin, if you ever came across and you needed to stain a coffin. So we're gonna be discussing 4 different methods of staining and then decide at the end which one is the best. First, we're gonna be using this red oak wood. So I'm gonna be dividing it into 4 even pieces we take. First method of application is gonna be just stain, plain old stain. Second is gonna be stain and sealer. Third is gonna be pre-stain, stain, then sealer. And then fourth is just gonna be plain sealer. We're gonna decide at the end which one looks the best and which one gives you the best durability. That's all we're about. So let's talk about everything that we need. We're gonna need the Minwax wood finishing. This is a penetrating stain, semi-transparent. We're gonna be using it in dark walnut 2716. As you can see, it's been used before. I'm not gonna lie to you, this is what we use all the time. Second, we got the Varathane pre-stain and wood conditioner. It seals soft wood for even color, works under any oil-based stain, and prevents blotchiness. It's a good pre-stain right here. Third, we got the Minwax. This is a Hellman Sport urethane sealer or varnish, whatever you want to call it. This is a clear semi-gloss. It's a clear stain. It's oil-based, so it does got a little bit of a tint to it, so don't think it's fully clear. I'm gonna get some tape to divide everything. I got here some 150 to create that pores in that wood to be able to soak all the stain in. And then we're gonna even it out with a 220 for a fine finish. Also, we got a sponge, a brush just to apply the varnish. I don't wanna use the brush for anything else. It's a waste of time. You don't need to. And then get you some rags to be able to wipe the stain, wipe the excess pre-stain too. You don't want that sitting on the wood or it's gonna feel like sketchy and it's not gonna feel smooth at all. So let's get to work. And then at the end, like I said, we're gonna decide which one is the best. Subscribe if you're new, let's get to work. Okay, first off, hi, how are you? Good, good. Okay, perfect. Then let's start by grabbing that 150 sandpaper and sand the hell out of this wood to create pores for the stain to penetrate. When sanding, make sure to always sand with the grain and not against it. Then get to the 220 sandpaper to even out and smooth the surface like a baby's butt. I'm here testing out the smoothness and yes, it's approved, but a little residue of hard work was left behind. After cleaning that nasty mess, we then measure for even distribution of test areas for accuracy. But obviously I screwed up a bit. I wanted to grab a tape measure, but was it really necessary? Yeah, I don't think so either. I started taping to divide until I realized that yes, I fucked up with my math here. There are gonna be 4 test areas for this experiment, project, science class, whatever. One is gonna be a plain old stain. Second is stain and sealer to see what that looks like. Then pre-stain, stain and sealer. And then a good sealer at the end in case you don't want any color since you're boring like that. Yes, bro, just find a way to fit it in. It's not that hard, improvise. That's why I failed math in school. Can't even calculate multiplication or division this simple wood. Sad, it's really sad. And then we started showing our dance move. Kumbara kumbara que makin bimbi. Yes, that was from Celia Cruz. If you don't know that lady, go Google her right now since she will put your soul to dance, no matter if you have 2 left feet like me. Why is it that I can move my top half, but my bottom half moves at a totally different rhythm? Does that happen to you too? Really disappointing if you ask me. Well, let's get back to the experiment. We're using the Minwax dark walnut stain and wiping it down so that way it can penetrate into the fibers of the wood, removing the excess or else you're going to have a glob of ugly stain on the surface like a piece of cake. It's pre-stain time now. I started shaking until I realized that this wasn't the best method of shaking. It looked like I was doing something else not PG friendly, so I stopped and shaked it normal, like a normal person would, to mix it well, since a lot of times you get leftover product on the bottom of the can and you want to make sure to mix it thoroughly. Then we applied it by wiping it down and making sure to remove any excess, since that's what the instructions said. I'm not really a good instruction follower since I got 4 speeding tickets already, but you gotta know your limits, you know. And make sure to follow the grain like you wanna follow your dreams. And back to sanding mode. Get you that 220 sandpaper once again and sand the living crap of this wood like it killed a family member or something. Okay, not that rough or you might go to wood jail for assault. And then blow up those tiny particles of dust that the naked eye can't see. Okay, we're ready to start varnishing some stuff, but before, let's crank open this new paint brush. Nothing better than testing those new nylon hairs on your beard. Maybe it helps with growth since I'm struggling a bit here. Shake it a bit, but not too much like back then, since you might create air bubbles in your final product. For this step, don't wipe it down. Just get you a nice fine finished brush and start applying the varnish or sealer. And remember, always with the grain. If you followed along on how many times I said that, let me know down in the comments below and I will mail you some candy or cookies. And our sealer test pot is completed. Let's apply some more to the stain and varnish part, but it's already looking good here, huh? I don't know, it might be because I'm doing it myself, but I gotta admire the hard work here. Trust me when I tell you it had to be at least 110 degrees in my garage. It smelled like a kangaroo was working. Okay, enough talking and back to staining. Now let's do the pre-stain part. I don't know why I have a feeling I might not be liking this. Well, wait till the end to see which one is the winner between the race of the stains. After taking my sweet old time applying the product here, I wanted to take a second and talk about wait times. Personally, like I said earlier, I'm not really an instruction follower type of guy, but I will say do what I say and not what I do. So follow the instructions of the specific product you're applying, but me personally, after wiping down the pre-stain or stain, I give it about 30 minutes in between each other of dry time before sanding to apply the sealer. When it comes to the sealer, you have to wait 24 hours minimum before sanding in between coats, since it's an oil-based product and takes longer to dry. You don't want to rush this step or it will come out ugly like Aunt Carmen without makeup at the quinceañera. No bueno. Then give it some nice strokes for smoothness. Brush strokes, let me specify, you weirdo, since you don't want any brush marks, or minimum brush marks I should say, in your final products. Wait at least 24 hours and get your best friend the sandpaper again to give it a final sand, or is it final? Before then resealing your cabinets or furniture or coffin, maybe if that's what you're into. No judge zone here, by the way, like Planet Fitness. Yeah, right, they don't judge you. To then show up for hard work and dedication. After sanding to bust smooth, get a microfiber cloth to remove any dust or particles, since it will create air bubbles if not on your final finish. And after 24 hours of hard work, that's the last thing you want. Or trust me, I will become Hercules and destroy everything in my surroundings. Make sure to follow these steps to the T. I still don't understand that phrase. Why is it to the T and not the F maybe? I don't know, just thoughts in my mind. But back to staining. This process will work on 100% of woods around the world if done correctly. These are just the products we use, but you're not limited to just using them. There's various different products like stain and sealer combined to where you save a couple steps, but I compare that to shampoo and conditioner 2-in-1. Is never the same as separate, so keep that in mind if you're looking for quality and durability. There are so many different variations of stains and colors that you can build a rainbow if you wanted to. Pause the video and let me know which stain color is your favorite. I'm curious to know. Mine is this one, the dark walnut. Not too dark or too light, just perfect. And on this red oak, it looks amazing like my wife. Yeah. Okay, after 24 hours since we started this project, this experiment, however you guys want to call it, it was mainly an experiment for you guys, man. We do this for a living. So we knew what the final results were gonna be like, but I love taking you guys behind the scenes. So let's check out the board one last time. As you can see right here, we got plain stain, stain and sealer, pre-stain, stain and sealer, and then just a good old sealer at the end. Before I give you my final thoughts and opinions, let me know down in the comments below which one you think looks the best and will give you the best durability. In our opinion, how we always like to do it is pre-stain, stain, seal, resand, and then seal. As you can obviously see from the board, which one looks the most uniform. The pre-stain is gonna soak into the grain, so the wood, especially the wood, is virgin, so that way when you apply the stain, it gives you a nice, even, uniform finish. And the sealer is gonna do two things. One, it's gonna protect the wood from rotting, from scratches, dent. It's gonna act like a layer of protection for the wood and the stain. And then it's also gonna give you that shininess, that pop, that icing on the cake, that cherry on top. So that's the right process to do it. Staining doesn't have to be difficult, man. So after this video, I already know you became a pro. So for that, just leave us a like, man, so more people can find this valuable content, and subscribe for more, man. Until next time, peace.